What's up, Melonheads? Got a best of 3 series between worldcn, spawning as a purple human player, and we have a pink orc player, name is SBYc. This is just a random game I encountered, and after the first game I was like, oh shit. And then they started to play a second game. I was going to play him the second game, the winner of the first game. And I was like, you know what? This guy showed up again, and yeah, it actually made a really freaking sweet series. So let's check it out. Obviously, if you were watching my last 2, maybe even 3 videos, for some reason my mic didn't work. It wasn't picking up. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was unplugged. I checked my OBS settings, and of course, there was nothing really wrong with it. I couldn't tell you what's wrong, so I'm hoping to God my mic actually works today. And if it doesn't, I have a backup, but it's, it actually would probably sound a lot better. It's actually real mic. It's like Turtle Beach mic stuff, and I got this like fucking $7 one I'm using right now. Anyways, to the game, to shit that matters. We have a scout going down. I'm not sure if it's going to be a voodoo lounge, if it's going to be a full scout. So far, not a scout for purple. I'm going to call this orc versus human throughout this matchup. Very standard. Archmage starting out, Blade Master. Of course, the Archmage later, if you get your Archmage level 3, it can do some serious damage against the Orc army, but if you do not, if that Blade Master shuts down your Archmage, it's going to be hell for your human skill. Your skill has to prevail, or else you're done. Anyways, Peon, probably not going to get taken down, probably heading toward a creep camp right now, unless that, well yeah, especially if he's not going to be hidden away. And it looks like he wants to, yeah, I guess, perfect timing. This Archmage coming in, probably going for a fast expansion. No footman, 1 footman out in the field. I find this very hilarious that they charge that much. Actually, what the hell is this? Going all the way over here to creep out this with militia to put down a quick expansion. Now we got Ring of Protection +2 on that Blade Master. Not a very useful item. The Blade Master already has enough armor as it being a agility based hero. Archmage getting the Gloves of Haste, not too bad, not too shabby of an item. Neither hero is going to be level 2. Actually, this Blade Master should be level 2 now. Another useless item, unless you're trying to do some sort of harassment where you do a bunch of harass, but that's not going to happen. I mean, you can't get in here. Unless this might be a little... Nah. A couple of grunts chasing after that footman. Footman probably trying to get this last hit on this Blade Master. Archmage just doing some weird creep paths, taking off the healing salve on that Blade Master. Very smart. You don't want to just walk by him and whatever. Alright, so healing salve goes off with his wind walk. Footman chasing back a grunt. Just throwing a footman, just being a little, just annoying the hell out of that orc player. Archmage needs to back off, or else that Blade Master can do a lot of damage at this point. Archmage no boots of speed, neither on that Blade Master, and that Blade Master was just at the shop. Just gonna take down units. Definitely gonna take down that footman. Probably gonna take down this water elemental. Still only at half life. Definitely gonna take down that water elemental unless this Archmage has different plans. I don't know if it's ready for a Beastmaster yet, or we're just gonna stick with tier 1 until it starts accumulating more gold, and probably gonna set up a tech the second he gets the lumber, the resources. Archmage does have Boots of Speed at this point and Dust of Appearance. That makes that Blade Master a little bit useless. Now, this Boots of Speed on that Blade Master is not going to catch up to a boost of speed on an Archmage. That wouldn't make even any sense if it did. Trying to repair this tower, probably going to take it down. I'm still trading up some more peasants. This is pretty much free game right here. Blade Master needs to fend off this attack while these grunts still do endless amount of damage, where he's just wasting money on peasant after peasant after peasant and not really accumulating much in terms of defending this. I mean, there's really nothing you can do. You can even send that Archmage back, and that Archmage can't even take down those 2 grunts. I mean, those 2 grunts would take down the Archmage. 3 grunts, sorry. Now we got militia being called. I don't think even 6 militia is going to really do much against 3 grunts. But here we go. We might get a possible surround if his micro is worth it. Trying to back off the Archmage, playing a good micro game. And this peasant line and the amount of units here, of course those grunts have to back off. But if you throw this level 2 Blade Master with critical, level 3 Blade Master with critical strike into the mix, I'm sure that this Archmage isn't going to fare well. Of course that Archmage needs to back the fuck off before he gets a couple strikes on him. Footman going down, of course they're just going to take down the amount of units that's right here. Still going after that grunt, and I don't think that's a smart idea. That is a 1 armor, heavy armor unit that's 700 hit points. Blade Master going intently after this Archmage, not going to follow intently. Still trying to get up these towers. I don't believe it's going to happen. These grunts should be able to take it down, especially with the accompaniment of that Blade Master. Level 3 Blade Master, level 2 Archmage. That should be a little telltale sign. Like I said before, if you don't get that Archmage up to perhaps level 3, you're not really doing anything. Tier 2 units are out. Buildings are up. We got walkers, raiders, all the normal stuff. Keep not quite there. We got a lumber mill finally coming out, so it looks like he's trying to keep this expansion. He's just waiting to strike or something. 3 grunts and a Blade Master should be able to hold off an Archmage level 2. No problems there. Just trying to take down peasants after peasants, just creating turmoil for the economy of the purple human. And this isn't looking good for worldcn. Shadowhunter now out. I assume he got some sort of hex. So there is a little gap here now. I don't know if it was always there, but this Blade Master is free gaming here. I don't even think militia is going to be able to do anything in this scenario. Archmage over here, perhaps trying to train up some decent units like these units right here. Perhaps get level 3 on that Archmage. You can finally start doing stuff. But your economy's shot at this point when that Blade Master is just soaking up experience, just tearing down your economy. Does he have a Windwalk? He does not have a Windwalk. He has 6 armor. He is going to be blocked right here, and you know what? He can do a lot of damage at this point, but opts to back off. Who knows? That hero could have been coming out any second there with some sort of bolt or something. He didn't know. And that bolt would have done a tremendous amount of damage, especially not being able to TP because of that bolt. So here comes the Shadowhunter. We got Ensnare going down. Hex on that troll, that's just evil. That's just diabolical. Healing going down on some few units, and this isn't really looking good for worldcn at this point. The ORC has total map control. He's got the tier 2 units, and it looks like we're finally starting at least one Arcane Sanctum. And of course, his expansion did go down. We have a Scout Tower of Shame left behind. Blade Master in here could definitely take down a few units here and prevent this tier 2 building to go up. And I'm not sure why he's not doing that. There isn't anything that stop him except for I mean, that's probably what I would have done, and then probably ran around and TP'd out of there or something. Taking down these units and stuff out here, and maybe that's a smarter play, because at least you're not getting stuck or banished when you're trying to TP. I don't know if that stops you. I think you're still able to TP out of there with the staff if you're banished. Don't quote me on that. Not entirely sure, but I think you can still TP with banish. Anyways, coming around over here, we got an item. What is it going to be? This would be a phenomenal item. Leaving behind the Tome of Strength, that just tells me he doesn't like to read books, and that's fine. We need to read books. Or you can do what my high school buddy did and just smoke blunts. You don't need to read books if there's blunts. We got Tome of Intelligence being left behind, not being picked up until now. Could have went for either hero, but of course we have sorceresses coming out now, and those sorceresses do a lot of damage. That Blade Master should snipe down that sorceress at least, or the priest. Either are fair game right now, and either he can easily take down on his own. Does he want to do that? Because the less amount of sorceresses out on the field, the less amount of threat, at least in my opinion. My humble human opinion. Priests? Yeah, you want to get rid of priests too. That dispels and the whole nine. But you don't really need to dispel against orc. Unless they do have like some sort of bloodlust or something. Then you just go breakers anyways. So I don't think dispel against orc is really smart. But inner fire could be. Not that any human actually goes for inner fire against orc. Blade Master still being a piece of shit douchebag. Excuse my American French. Trying to take down as much mana out of the Blade Master as possible so he doesn't come back for another round of harassment. We have a few casters out in the field now. Still not a threat. This orc army looks a lot more strong and dangerous in the whole nine. Especially with that Shadow Hunter is level 3 now, close to level 4. So he's just been being very, very productive in his time. Oh, I wanted to see a banish if it worked or not, but we did not. Blade Master gonna get healing salved up. G unit. No, that was lame. Gonna just keep on creeping. It looks like both the heroes could get level 4. Not maybe off this creep camp, but off all the green, all this shit over here. Humans still trying to do some sort of creeping tactic. Level 2 Blood Mage, level 3 Archmage, getting very, very behind in terms of tech. Now that the Orc has put down an expansion attempt, just looking that much more of a threat. This Orc player is doing very, very good. Level 4 on that Blade Master, shy on his Shadow Hunter. What? Looks like he's going to get the Troll for more DPS, and that's not a bad idea. Let's see what items are on that Shadow Hunter at this point. So we have a Sobi Mask. That's GG right there. We have the Kodo, which adds an aura. We have this Blade Master with a level 2 crit at this point. And that level 2 crit is powerful. Shadow Hunter is now getting to level 4, getting extra mana, and with that Sobi Mask, it should be able to keep his units alive. This battle is going on. Peasants are called in militia form. So, what do we got going on here? Banish on the Blade Master, trying to have him do as little damage as possible. Hex going on the motherfucker, the Blood Mage. Grunt might go down. Militia just died. Might take down some units, but looks like they're going to TP away before they even lose a unit. So they ended up, that was actually a decent encounter, especially for the Orc player. Orc got some mega experience off that. I don't even believe that the human even damaged and, killed a unit. Just need some healing cells or clarity pots with healing wave. I'd say 2 to 3 healing waves and everybody would be okay. Just a little bit of mana. Kodo just going to the wrong way. Could eat a breaker if he's lucky, but still should back off. Couple Kodos out in the field. Blade Master all getting salved up. All very powerful at this point. There's that clarity potion. Gonna quickly use it because he knows he's gonna have an upcoming battle coming up soon. Perhaps looking to creep out some quick creep camps, but left the sorceress behind. Not sure what that's all about, but we're gonna have another encounter at this point. The breakers are focusing. Archmage gets level 4, I believe. So we have level 2 brilliance at this point. Gonna see what's gonna happen here. worldcn breaker might go down. Definitely not the priority targets, but that front line, if you get rid of them, then the rest of the units just fall after that. So worldcn needs to add up those breakers, but without an expansion, it's gonna be difficult. Blood mage might go down. Definitely gonna get that taken down if that blade master starts focusing. Banish going down on himself, or invisibility. That looks like invisibility. Needs to back off here. Without that breaker line, your units are just going to fall. Orc looking very strong at this point. Halfway to level 5 on the Shadow Hunter. That's telltale sign. That's GG. You never want that Shadow Hunter to be level 5. Unless, of course, you're the owner of that Shadow Hunter, of course. But worldcn looking rather bad at this point. Can't really engage. We have add-up trainings for that invisibility to save units. Spellbreakers, there's no types of upgrades in attack or armor. There really isn't much in terms of coming back from this. I mean, Orc has his expansion up. He has 5 peons on the mine. And this army just looks powerful. We got 4-4 versus 4, where's that blood mage? Invisible still. And that blood mage is not even level 3. Focusing down that walker, able to go down. Trying to siphon mana from that Shadow Hunter and doing a great job doing so. That Shadow Hunter is not trying to back off. That human player needs to back off a little bit. Still needed more of a breaker army, and those breakers are trying to come out, but you know, he's losing them faster than he's getting them. Archmage being a little bit of a focus on that Archmage, but it's okay, he's able to slip behind. Just trying to micro units the best as possible. Is there anything these Kodos are eating? Raiders able to micro the slowed units away. Shadow Hunter level 5. That's when I would be like, okay, what do I do at this point? I need some sort of bolt, and we need to start taking down these units. We need something to go right for us. Quickly focusing that Archmage again. Ensnare going down, but Banish is gonna fix that a little bit. Still trying to siphon out of that Shadow Hunter, making sure that Shadow Hunter cannot produce any more waves, healing waves. Just trying to play this little game of tag. Pretty much worldcn wants to push this into his direction. Now that this Kodo ate this Spellbreaker, he backed off right away. That's some quick, easy experience. Might need to get some more raiders up, or some sort of melee units able to ensnare. One raider probably isn't going to cut it. Definitely going to need more grunts for that Spirit Link love. The Spirit Link is pretty much OP, especially with your grunts are doing about 30 damage. There's nothing wrong with grunts at this point, but you do need that ensnare, and that ensnare needs to happen. You're finally getting those battle drums increase. Gonna add some more damage, especially to that Blade Master, which is a great damage output. A lot of DPS. Spirit Link on the Archmage. Of course, stealing spells is part of the Breaker code. Gonna notice this expansion. Probably thought it was up this whole time, but didn't make his way over to it. Orc trying to find out if the human's trying to mine, and it looks like not from that location. Peon's trying to repair a little bit, but I don't think that's going to work for too long. Perhaps just enough length of time for the Orc army to make his way up north. Towers going up, not going to be very successful at this point. We do have all the units in play and in position. Water Elemental could have been taken down rather easily, but Orc wants him to throw him into his type of game at this point, which he's just going to take down Spellbreaker after Spellbreaker. Spirit Link healing wave. You can argue that is very OP. It doesn't even matter if you're against human or whatever race. But this is a very tough time. This is a very crucial moment of the game. These towers go up, that doesn't mean it's GG. Spirit Link goes a long way. But with this human army just being diminished, just destroyed. Couple towers go up. Now he needs to focus those arcane towers on the heroes. Perhaps on that Shadow Hunter especially. You don't want any more healing waves going off, and he should be in range. But that's a very micro-intensive thing. Guard tower might go down. Peasants attacking instead of repairing. I don't know what that's about. There's 4, 5, 6 peasants attacking, not doing any type of damage, especially against Spirit Link. Just not looking good for worldcn at this point. Breakers needed to be more massed. Needed at least a handful, 5, maybe even 6 breakers with 4 or 5 sorceresses and 2 or 3 priests. That's about a good army to engage, but also level 5 Shadow Hunter, close to level 6 at this point. That's just rather difficult. Same thing with the Blade Master. Just the heroes are way too powerful. Always going to keep not only the units alive, but able to kill your units rather quickly. You just right click with the Blade Master, a unit falls, you healing wave 1 unit of the Orc army like this Blade Master in 2 seconds, which isn't actually going to happen because worldcn forced to back off in this situation. Looking rather disappointing, but this Orc army just way too powerful at this point. Needs to pick up some clarity potions, maybe even a mana potion, and that would be, you know, just that Orc army just got too powerful, too fast. Trying to heal up, trying to get some items. At this point, Orc just needs to heal up, and he can do so by adding, like I said, clarity pots, mana pots, even throwing down a lightning shield just out of, you know, boredom almost. Level 6 Shadow Hunter. Okay. Level 6 Shadow Hunter. How many 1 vs 1 do you see with a level 6 Shadow Hunter? Why does it even go that far? The Orc has an expansion. All he needs to add is 2 more peons to that mine, like these 2. And you know what? He doesn't even need to add peons to his army for Spirit Link purposes because he doesn't even have to. I mean, with 1-2 breakers out in the field, that's nothing. Pulling the militia, Raider's going to spot this. Now he's going straight for the expansion again, which is rather smart, but with the Orc army over here, obviously he doesn't know the Orc army's right here. The Orc army's right here. He can take down this whole area probably as fast as your casters take down that hall. So he's going straight after the hall, trying to force a TP. And of course, this is that telltale sign. If you don't TP to this right now, this is going to go down. And not only is that going to go down, you know, he should be TPing any second now. Chose to not TP. So he lost his hall. He's going to lose everything. But this base race tactic is not going to work. And I'll tell you why. Because your base is getting hit by raiders and shit. You know, and you know, I'm sure there's a pillage upgrade, and everything's just going resources to the max for the Orc army. And you got down a Voodoo Lounge? That's all he has to do is bring his Blade Master back. That's all he had to do. Focus an Archmage or something, and he has to back off. One hero, a Blade Master, can take down a whole army. Think I'm kidding. Think I'm joking. Level 6 Blade Master. Finally putting slow on that Blade Master. Needs to back off. Quick quick potion of invulnerability. And this is GG. there's no coming back from when you lose all your buildings. Obviously, there's this cheeky ass motherfucking tower chilling here. And at this point, you can probably bet your bottom dollar that game 1 is going to the ORC, but worldcn thinks that 2 towers is gonna make all the difference here. Now, he has no gold for anything else. TP going down. Just gonna TP over here and just nosy on over here, and that's GG. Blade Master rather far behind, but you know what? It's okay, because I'm pretty sure that this army, without that Blade Master, could take down the other army. Shadow Hunter level 6. Archmage nosing around. I'm not sure if he respect the Blizzard. I mean, that's almost his only chance. I mean, why else would you stay in this? Unless you were hoping that slow and then kite your opponent into a Blizzard. There actually is a decent amount of Spellbreakers to hold off the army. Quickly going over here, like, I'm not sure what this Archmage is doing at this point. If he didn't spec the Blizzard, oh, he did spec the Blizzard. This is a shot in the darkness in this one. But Spellbreakers going down, Blizzard just way too late. Spellbreakers were in position, every unit was in position, but he just took way too long starting to throw down the Blizzards. Units getting damaged, but you know, nothing a Hex and a Focus can't do, and that Archmage goes down. Blade Master might go down, but a Healing Wave does go down, and Spirit Link and the whole 9. And this is the GG. I understand, don't give up until it's over, but there's a point where you're like, I'm going up against a really, really powerful army. I'm going to try to out-micro him, and then if it don't work, it don't work. I mean, look at this hero score. 6-6, 4-3, over double the experience gain, way more items, killed heroes. Orc just dominated that game. 102 units killed to not even half. And not to mention, human had to produce more than twice the amount of units. And if you look at this, this is pretty a telltale sign of how lopsided this game became. Human having to produce more things, only killed 2 buildings, and that was the Voodoo Lounge and that hall that you saw. And that Orc army just went ham, you know, raised all the buildings. Anyways, if you enjoyed this game, then I assume you want to stay tuned to game 2, because there is more excitement, and I believe it just gets better. So stay motherfucking tuned to OPEX's motherfucking channel.